Hello everyone, I am Balasubramanian. This is my day 11 of Teknotrait Freshers Training. Here we are going to answer a couple of questions which was asked in the assignment this day. The first question is, what are all the things we test in SEO testing? First of all, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. As the name suggests, Search Engine Optimization is nothing but the optimization of website in such a way that it will appear in the Google search engine web page as first or second, or at least in the first page of the Google search engine web page. So the things we test in SEO testing are as follows. The first one is always aim for the position 0. So what does mean by position 0 here? The website, the Google search engine will rank the websites according to the first portion, second portion, or third portion. Here the portion 0 indicates the special area provided to the website which is above the ranking 1. Let us understand this thing with an example. So a user asked the question, what is the capital of Tamil Nadu? So the answer will be obviously Chennai. So the user need not to get into any website for seeing this answer. Instead, what we'll do, after hitting enter, after asking the question, it will directly appear Chennai in first box. So it is ranked as the position 0. Here, that position 0 will be taken from a website and link will be always displayed. So it will always remain in the first portion itself. The next one is improve website UI and UX performance. Obviously, user interface and user experience is play an important role in the optimization of the website. Here, when the UI and UX is not good for the user to use it, obviously what they will do, even though it's in the first position, they will directly click back and they will get out. So this will be measured by the click-through rate and bouncing rate. Click-through rate is how many users are clicking that website in a particular time, and bouncing rate is how many times that the user clicking to get out of the website. So they will calculate it, and even though if the position is first, the Google search engine will degrade the rank of that website. So next one is optimize the content. Here the optimize the content in the sense the title should be matching the keywords provided in the search box. Then the loading content would be faster. Images used should be very less amount, so that these performance criteria has been measured and would be awarded the ranking. So the next one is improve page speed. So in this modern world, no people will wait for this website to load greater than 3 to 5 seconds. So if the page load within 3 to 5 seconds only, the user will be looking into the content of what the website has. So the developers should be writing an efficient JavaScript code for showing the contents in the front end, and will be fetching from the back end. So they should use the minimal size images in their web pages so that it will load faster. So like this, the website will be ranked. So the next one is website which uses HTTP and website which uses HTTPS. We already know the difference. HTTP is the secureless connection, whereas HTTPS is the secured connection. The information given in the HTTP will be compromised, and in HTTPS it would not be compromised. So users will be preferring HTTPS websites only. So the ranking also depending on the HTTPS and HTTP criteria also. The next one is fixing broken links. What is meant by broken link? When you click on a link within a website, if it does not hyperlink to an other website, as rather than it gives a 404 bad gateway, 404 page not found error. So broken link should not be there in our website. So this is what the search engine optimizers is. Based on these things, the website will be given a rank so that it will come always first. Let's move on to the second question. Explain database testing by using an example with tables and visuals. So first, let us understand what is meant by database. Database is a virtual storage of data in the form of rows and columns. So there are two types of databases. One is relational databases and one is non-relational databases. Relational databases always uses the schema of rows and columns to store the data, whereas this non-relational databases uses some of the methods to store the data, like document storage, object storage, graph storage, key value pair storage, column based storage, etc. So here the database testing is usually done by the testers who have been given the access to the database. So actually this access has been denied by many of the clients, because if something happens from the tester side, whole the database will be collapsed and leading to the breaking of the application. So let us discuss this thing with an example. So here I have the department table as well as the employee table. See here, in department has an ID 123 and name IT, HR and marketing. In employee, there's employee ID, name, gender, city and department ID. Here, first let us understand what is meant by primary key. Primary key is a database key which uniquely identifies the records in a table. So here, employee ID is the primary key of employee and ID is the primary key of department table. So since it is uniquely identify each and every record of the database, it is called as the primary key. The next key is unique key. Unique key is also uniquely identifies the rows in a table, but it can be null. But in primary key, it should not be null. So this is the difference between them. And the next key is foreign key. Foreign key is nothing but, see here, the ID column which is used in the department table is used as the department ID in employee table. So one primary key is used as one foreign key in another table. So it will give a relationship between these two tables. So this is called as foreign key constraint. Since we are interrelating these two tables with this primary key and foreign key constraint, this is also called as association. So here we will be having one-to-one association, since one row is uniquely identifying another row in the another table. So here, how a tester can test is, when he removes a column called ID, it should not get removed because it is also acting as the foreign key for the employee table. So it should not remove. If it removes, it is the database error the developer should take care of. Rather, it should give the error as this row cannot be removed since it is the foreign key of the employee table. So likewise, the tester can test it. But here, the tester can test like if he given the null values or the repeating values in the primary key, if it accepting, so that is also the error in the development side. So this, like this, we can test the database. So the next example is, we can see this example. You can see this login page, username and password and login button. So actually what this does is, in front end, we will be giving username, password, and after hitting the login button, it will go to the database and it will check the username and if the password. If both are matches only, it will get into it. Otherwise, it should give us the error. Likewise, it will be traversing through it. The first JavaScript page will be through API, it will reach to the database, and from the database through API, it will come to the JavaScript page and it will let us in. So I think my answers are useful to you. Thank you so much.